I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
Hello and welcome to the Nerd in Motion YouTube channel, and for something completely different today, I have my good friend Ben on, who is, I always forget which way it's back to front when you point. Ben, who has got a brand new YouTube channel, and it's Zion Automotive Logistics. Don't say that after a few beers. And Ben, tell him what you do.
So, I basically just get drunk for a living. No, I wish. That is not what I do.
That's
what John. That's what John does, isn't it, John?
Not anymore, but I used to.
No, yeah, it's true. No, So, cut a long story short, I'm a car guy. I love my cars. Always have. Always will. However, to transport cars, you need your HGV license, which I do have, but you also are on a tacho and you can't take them as far. The next best thing. So I transport motorbikes up and down the country. I've set up a business. It's been running a few years now. It's doing well. It's building slowly. I've got regular customers. I love my job. I do it so that I don't work for the man. I work for myself. I've just taken on a new driver and things are growing and going well. And this is all about, the channel's all about the different bikes. It's also about MotoGP, bit on Formula One, bit on the cars I see on my travels, and just everything that's automotive related, really, and fun.
There you go. Much like myself, although I do get caught up in politics occasionally.
Yeah, I stay out of politics. It's not good for business.
No, it's not. So what? Right. So in my simple mind, I know nothing about motorbikes. I know a bit about go-karts, but they're a bit different. So when you're transporting bikes, in my mind, you just chuck them in the back of a van and off you go. But I'm guessing now, because bikes are so valuable, it has to be done in a proper way. So I know you've just launched a video today. I think, was that the first long form video you've ever done?
Yes, it was. Yeah, the first.
Yeah. So you show basically what you need to do. So I mean, are you letting like insider secrets away there, or?
It's not really insider secrets. You know, anyone who wants to could technically go and buy the Easy Loader system that we use and buy their own van and move their own bikes. But obviously, there's costs related to that, and then they've got to get the ramp that we've got, and there's other things in place. So it's not as simple as just giving away insider secrets. The video was more to show my customers and anyone who wanted to know exactly how much care I take of their motorbikes.
Well, that's it. So tell us about what you do exactly. So let's say I've got a classic Indian motorcycle, because why wouldn't I? And I want to move it. I want to move it from Leeds, and I'm taking it all the way to Bognor Regis, because that's where the big Indian scene is for those bikes. So I ring you up and I say, hey, I need to move my bike. So what do you do exactly?
So first thing I do is I say hey back, because it's a bit rude if you don't say hello.
It's true. It's facts.
Yeah. So then basically I would get all the details off of you that you wanted. I'd go away, or I'd check the mileage there and then. I'd give you a price quoted on the mileage that it is to do. And I'd say, if you want to book, go ahead. I'd stick it in the diary. I'd usually try and fix it around other bikes going that way to keep competitive on price. However, some customers want their bike delivered on its own on a certain day, and then I can't compete on price, so the price is what it is. But once they've agreed to the price I've quoted, that's it. You'll get a delivery date within the 2-week window, and I shall bring your bike down to you. I'll give it a nice clean in the back of the van so that when I bring it off for you, it's as shiny as it ever will be. I've delivered brand new bikes, but obviously with the classic stuff, I like to just give it a wipe over just before I drop it off to you, so that you're even happier than if you are just getting your new bike delivered to your door at a time you want it.
Well, that's pretty good. So so you tie it down, and do you have like is the van like, what about sharp edges and like all that kind of stuff? Is it done in a way that there's gonna leave no marks on the bike?
So I've fully carpeted the inside of the van so that if I ever did accidentally touch the side of the van, it's not going to get scratched on plywood or screws because it's fully carpeted throughout. The easy loader system means that I don't strap down on any part of your bike at all. So it's completely held in the cradle in the video if you go and watch that after this. And yeah, your bike is safe. It's not going to get marked up. It definitely won't go over. In fact, I'm pretty sure if I flipped the van like I've flipped cars in the past, the bike would stay exactly stuck into the cradle and it wouldn't move.
Wow, that's amazing. So one of the other things I was going to ask, so obviously my Indian motorcycle is very valuable, and I don't want people to know that it's been moved around. So are you kind of covert, or are you kind of like all signed up and leery, or like do you go under the radar, or how does it all work?
No, it's completely covert. To anybody who saw the van, they would just think it was parcels being delivered. In fact, the other week I was pulled in by the good old police, and they were just pulling over the random vans. They said, but it wasn't random on my van, and he was surprised there was motorbikes in the back because he thought I was moving big packages or doing a house move or something. So yeah, nobody knows I've got motorbikes on board. All the social media stuff I put up, I asked the customers first. I'd never put up a video of their bike without asking their permission first.
And obviously you would do that after the bike's been moved and delivered and gone. So
Yes.
it's like not on the day that it's been moved or the days that it's been moved.
No, yeah, I'd never do a live video telling people what I've got on the back and go, I'm on junction 13 of the M62. Come and come and pick your bike.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So it's one of those things, because I don't think there's a lot of people I know with bikes, but I never think about. You just think of them like cars that they just get driven around and that's it. But actually, I guess it's no different in that bikes need to be moved around as well. And sometimes, especially with classics, like if you've got something really special, then you're not going to want to put mileage on that. You're going to want to make sure. And plus, I'll be honest with you, some old bikes probably wouldn't do the journey anyway. So
Oh,
you've
well, a
got
lot
to
of them won't. Yeah.
say I was going to buy a bike off eBay. Could I send you to go and pick that up if it wasn't insured or taxed or like roadworthy even? Is that the kind of thing that you would do?
Yes, so that's exactly what I do. Yes, I've got a lot of main dealer customers, but my bread and butter is the people who've bought a project bike off of eBay. They know it doesn't run. They know it's not in particularly good condition, but they just want me to transport it because they know I keep it safe and I deliver it on the day that they want it delivering. One of
That's
my
kind of
one of
thing.
my biggest competitors is a website called Shipley. It's actually owned by eBay. They advertise it as if they're transporting motorbikes, but they don't. Basically, anyone can go on there and bid on the jobs. So they'll do it dirt cheap because there'll be 15 people bidding for the same job. But the problem I have is they'll deliver it with the kitchen sink, whereas I only transport motorbikes. There's never anything else on my van at the same time as a motorbike.
Ah, right. Okay, I see. So that makes you a little more expensive, but at least you
Yeah.
know you're going to get your bike in one piece. Oh, that's quite good. Yeah, I mean, I got to admit, I'd be pretty disappointed if I'd paid somebody some money and then it turned out with a whole bunch of new dents and scratches. Plus, the other side to that is it'd be annoying for the seller because the seller's sold the item and it gets damaged in transit, and then then it arrives and you're like, well, that damage wasn't there. It all starts a big argument then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the tougher parts of the job because either the person buying the bike or the person selling the bike is my customer. But I've still got to work for the person receiving it if their customer's the guy who sold it, or I've got to pick it up off of someone who doesn't know who I am or what I do. So I have to liaise with everyone, but not just the customer.
Yeah, I'm with you. That makes sense. Also, I was going to say, what's the most like expensive bike that you've had on?
It was a Honda Shadow at the time, and the guy told me that it was worth over £100,000. He wouldn't go into exactly how much, but I've got full cover for 400,000, and all the public liability insurance and all of that I need. I've got a specialist motorbike transport insurance for the vans. Costs me a fortune, but I know that if there's any problems, your bikes are covered.
That's it. Well, see, there you go. So that you pay your money, you take your choice. So yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the content that you're going to be making and the silliness. And I'm sure we could have a bit of a laugh, and we'll do some videos together.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, we'll do some of our stupid stuff, and yeah, we like messing around with cars, don't we, Ben?
Yes, we do. Yeah,
we've got a little bit of history together on that. So yeah, yeah, we'll definitely do some more stuff. So yeah, go and check out Ben's channel.
yes, please do.
Is the channel called Zion Automotive Logistics?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, if you can't get to the link, just look for that. And yeah, you're just starting out. So before anybody says it, when you first start out on YouTube, your videos only get better and better and better. So, you're going to be the cool bit now is you're coming in at ground level on a new channel, on a new project, and you can be one of those first people to say, hey, I supported you when you had no people at all, and now you're at like 150,000 and whatever. So you can be in from the ground up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anything else you want to say or advertise or anything like that?
No, just that any subscribers would be appreciated if you're interested in the content. Check out my shorts because I upload at least one a day of the different bikes and just I have a laugh just like John, but I also a little bit serious because it's business stuff as well. But come along for the journey; it's always good fun.
So yeah, there you go. So thank you everybody for watching. If you made it this far, you're all heroes. You get 150 good vibe points. And tell us if you're watching and you have a motorbike. Tell us about your bike. Tell us about whether you've paid people to move your bike before. Is this something that you would use? So yeah, stick it in the comments below. Go over to Ben's channel, give it a massive subscribe, and I'll see you all on the flip side.
There you go. See ya.